My name is Marcelino Eli Esparza. I am from San Antonio, Texas. I was born here in Defiance, Ohio, November 10, 1971, 46 years old. My story, I was born to my mom and dad, Carlos Esparza, Ellen Esparza. I was born here in Defiance, raised in Bryan till I was age of 5 years old. My father was a very heavy alcoholic, so he was very abusive to my mom. She left him, went to San Antonio, thinking that it was gonna make our problems easier, or she thought at that moment, but she didn't know. I was raised in the projects, San Antonio, West Side, real bad neighborhood. We were in the project. My father came back into our life, again, drinking. He didn't want to give up drinking. Me and my little brother were playing. We got picked up by a stranger, and that man that picked us up told us, my mom sent him to pick us up, and we got in that truck and with that man, and that man sexual abused me and my little brother. I was 8, my brother was 7. So that happened. He dropped us off. I think he went to kill us because he had a knife, and he was going around this field. He was going around this field multiple times, and then we dropped us off, said not to say nothing. We never said nothing to nobody. But little did he know, or anybody know, me and my brother made a pact never to say nothing to anybody, because we thought in our minds that that we're not men, or we're not boys, we're weak. We didn't tell nothing to nobody, but at that time, that I didn't know that was going to affect me for many years, and it did. Tried to commit suicide at 9 years old. Got my father back then. My mom and father got back together, and they moved to the country, and I became rebellious after that happened. Eating, out of jewelries at 10 or 9 years old, but I remember stealing my dad's gun. And I was 9 or 10 years old, and putting that gun in my mouth and trying to, blow my brains out. And I was like, what's wrong with this 22 long revolver? I didn't want to shoot. And I shot on the ground and shot all the pistols. The barrel was too hot for me to put in my mouth again, so I waited to cool down. I got a racket thing. Put the bullets in there, click, 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 click. Nothing. So I said, okay, I guess someone at that moment didn't want me to die. 2005, I got jumped by several Mexicans with baseball bats, put me in the hospital. They ruptured my pancreas. So they took me and checked me out, and I had a pancreas eruption. So they rushed me, opened me up. I had a scar this big. And you would think that would have learned, but no, like I said, by then, since I've been out of prison, I had already accumulated 20 fights. I already had 20 fights. I've been jumped at least 10 times at bars by the time. I didn't want to give up all the stuff. I was still hurting, still lost. And I tried ice before in the past, but this time it never like this magnitude. I was high, I was delusional, I was seeing things, and it was so vivid that these demons that I saw that I even called the cops on myself twice. On the second time, they already knew there was something wrong. They left. I started damaging the furniture so bad. I started damaging the furniture so bad, and I had to get down on my knees to ask God to come into my life, because I knew He was the answer. He's the one who's going to take away all the hurt and the pain. And when I did that, when I really got down on my knees and cried, I remember crying, man. The sexual, the violence, the abuse. Forgiving the person that whatever they did to me, and all the stuff that I'd done. I had to ask God to forgive me. And when that happened, I knew I was onto something. A burden left off of me. I don't have no desire for drinking. I don't have no desire for drugging. And everything is due to because I never gave up my faith on Christ. I'm always praying to Him. I'm always asking Him helped me, and I never, this time around, I never prayed so hard, so much, because I want to stay clean and sober. I want to, because I don't want to keep falling back to sin. I don't want to get comfortable, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, man. I want to serve my life to God. I want to be an instrument for God. I want to help the kids. I want to help people that are going through sexuality, confusion, people, people that went, what I went through. And that's why I want to get baptized, so I can follow God the right way, and give my whole life to Him. He could use me.